Hi everybody, this is James from Eating Our Asses Off. I have a friend who got a French press recently, likes the way I make French press, and so she's asked that I show her how to make French press coffee. I'm not saying this is the only way to make it or even the best way. It's the way I like to make it and she likes the way I make it. So Aishia, this video is for you. Alright, we got our grinder, we got our French press. It's actually pretty straightforward. Alright, on your grinders there's a max fill line. We're just going to put in enough beans to get to that line, and then we'll grind them up. I don't go too fine, just usually one full cycle to where they're about chopped up, a little more than rough chop. Let's take a look. It's kind of hard to see, but it comes out a little bit like dirt and sand. It's a good sign that you did it at the right kind of level, kind of grit. Alright, find some way to get really hot water. I have a kettle. If you don't, then you can always boil your water on the stove, but find some way to get really hot water. Okay, so one question might be how much to actually put in your container. The way I like to measure it out, I don't even know if this is scientific or not, but it works for me, is I push this all the way down, and you can see essentially how much of a press you can get at the bottom. And so you want to fill up enough to where that is on the beans. Okay, so I put a bunch of beans in there, and again we can kind of measure it out. This should come down just to barely touch it if it were to be obviously full of water. So that's about right height for me. Alright, the water just finished getting hot. It's pretty simple. Literally just add in hot water. For me, I go up with my little bar here. I use that as a guide for how much water to put in there. You'll play with it to get how much strength you want. Obviously, the more water you add, the more diluted it becomes and less, I guess, strong, the caffeine and coffee content. So just find a level that works for you. For me, going all the way up to the ribbon here works. And then what I like to do is put the lid on, but only push it down about halfway or so. That starts it somewhat brewing, but not make it too intense right away. Turn your little opening here to close and wait for about 5 minutes, and then you push it the rest of the way and your coffee's done. Alright, it's been 5 minutes, time to go ahead and finish it all up. So you just push it all the way down until it can't go down anymore. If you notice any kind of leaking, that just means you need to turn the opening towards the front so the air can escape. In this case, obviously, because I waited enough time, it all already settled and there was no kind of spillage happening. So there is happening, it usually means that you have your beans up too high and you didn't wait long enough. Otherwise, you can just turn your opening towards the front and push it down, and you shouldn't get any spillage either. So, the way I like to make it, is I pour my coffee, sometimes over ice, about halfway. So Brandon got me on this little kick here of adding condensed milk. So I'll get about a good old tablespoon of that. I know it's a lot, but it's my sweetener. And then I will add, because I'm extra, some heavy cream. Give it a nice light color. And this is how I like my coffee. So obviously you make it however you like it, but that's how I use my French press. I just wanted to complete the whole process for you. Alright, have a good day.